Oh, and we're back.
Yeah, welcome back, everyone. Thank you for sticking around. We got more Rivals of Aether. Let's see who we got here. We got Pomme. Pomme, a character. Oh, we got DoubleW and, Dingodial. That's a name I've heard on the come-up as of late.
Yep.
DoubleW, I believe, actually beat Bookworm to get here. Bookworm, I think, was the second seed of the tournament. So, I mean, already crazy upsets happening here, and more Pomme is always good to see, because Pomme is a character that really hasn't had too many people outside of Keeb in terms of representation.
Yeah, let me tell you, I know Dingodial personally, so I'm going to try to not bring my biases into this. They forgot to turn on tourney mode. But Dingodial has been in the lab since day one with Pomme, since day -1, because Pomme's one of the workshop characters. He's been ride or die with Pomme since the beginning. And I just got to say, you're in for a treat if you haven't seen his Pomme yet.
No, this is a first for me, and it's hopefully, if it's a first for all of you, I hope you all are strapped in, because we got game number 1 underway right now.
Yeah, all that being said, though, DoubleW has been putting in a ton of work with Ranno this weekend. As you said, beat Bookworm, one of the second seed.
Crazy upset. Actually insane.
So has a lot of momentum riding into this match. Hopefully their hands stayed warm enough for both of them to, be at peak performance right now.
Yeah, I mean, right now, bit of an early lead here for Double, but Pomme is a character that can close that gap real quick. You find a nair. You see that opening right there. Suddenly Ranno's off stage. Suddenly these forwarders are coming out, and this could be the stock right here. No air dodge for Ranno, but not able to find the dash attack, so now situation swapped around.
Dingo's in the air, has to sort of play very patiently up there. Ranno has like the super jump, has options to move around up there, but Pomme's air drift is just so high, especially in float.
Yeah, I mean, right now, you got to be looking out for Dacus. If you are Dingo right now, like, that's the one thing that just seals the deal. And
like that.
Full charge. What did I say? What did I say? First stock, going over to Double, and keeping it going, too. Finds that command grab tongue. Gonna rack up a bit more percent, but solid down strong. Closing things out before things get too out of hand. Very close first game.
Seeing some combos, as they call them. Using the notes for heavy sort of set play off stage there. And of course can wait out the anti-recovery options there. Pomme's sound field is, it gives you free range movement, 8-way flight, full on Marvel 2 style, while you're in the zone of the song field. So you'll often see Dingo save it for exactly when he needs to actually recover. Similarly to how Rannos will often keep Bubble away until they need it to recover and do like some tongue shenanigans. Speaking of which,
this is the question right now for Doubles. Can you actually close out the stock? Yes, you can. That was the fear, is you got that lead early on, but then Dingo suddenly says, hey, I got an opening, you're off stage. This game's completely even now, and we're starting to see, I was going to say it was going to be similar, but no, Double manages to make it back on stage. Can they get around this up air? They can. Second hit of up B going back down to the stage.
Soundfield's still active.
Oh my god, that up air.
Stage builds a note.
Oh, Nair KO off the side. I mean, that's just hard DI out right there, but I mean, not in the worst spot here as Double. You just got to get out. You got to get out right now. And you see that there's a bit of panic. Double in disadvantage keeps trying to attack through it, keeps trying to, force their way back on stage, but you can't do that. Not against Pomme. Not against the character that can just hover right there, get so much damage in.
Have to keep an eye out on Vince as well. The bodyguard for Pomme does his work, earns his paycheck in tenfold here. Dingo uses it to cover his recovery.
Oh, that could have been up air, up strong. This is so close, but I guess just bad DI. I guess the mix-up, it was like a note and decide me there or something like that, and Dingodial.
If you get hit by Vince, it's sort of Pomme's oyster in order to fair, up air, kind of do whatever you want at that point. Even if the platform was close enough, could have gone for any number of strong attacks.
Yeah, Vince into imagination.
So you have to really hard commit to your DI at that point.
I think what's really interesting about this matchup is like command grabs in Rivals are very few and far between. So to see two characters that have these horizontal long distance command grabs, they both have to play around that sort of range. It's a very, very unique matchup. It changes how neutral works a lot because you see right there, 20% off the tongue, and that's with no poison stacks. If you guys aren't familiar with this game, you see those needles Ranno's charging up. If Ranno hits you with them, or if he hits you with a strong attack, then suddenly you have those poison stacks on you. And if you get hit by the command grab, you're in that bubble for a long time. You are just frozen in time, free for Ranno to do whatever he wants, build up as much damage or set up for a KO.
I think the stage pick is interesting, by the way. I think you see Dingo using a lot of these single notes to cover his landing, but on Tempest Peak it's a lot harder to do that because of those platforms over the stage acting like sort of roofs.
Yeah, I mean, I do know Pommes tend to like this stage. I understand, having the platform out there as a recovery mix-up for double, like that makes sense, but Pomme's able to get a lot out of this stage too, so you gotta be really confident that you're gonna get value out of those side flats. It is worth noting that Ranno, off stage, if you go for an air dodge, like if Ranno reads an air dodge off stage, he forward air spikes you, you're dead. You're just straight up dead. And so because these side platforms are close to the edge, you're able to bait that out a lot. But you see Pomme is able to just kind of hover around the side flat as well, get so much value off of it, and you're almost gone. One more sweet spot fair is going to close it out. It's now or never if you're double.
Especially with Soundfield at just that spot, able to go up and down and around. Gets out of the way, parries the needles that time. Who knows if it was a read or panic, but it worked well enough. And now Dingo's on the move.
Yeah, Dingo's not letting this momentum go to waste. It just feels like, again, like Double keeps trying to force his way back in, get something, get some opening, but the patience is there from Dingo every single time. The reversal off stage too, and this side plat's just not doing Double any favors. Into the bubble, into the bubble. Ranno is able to DI into that bubble, which, slows the knockback. Give you one more shot at life, but turn around fair, closing it out 2-0. And it was a really, really good effort. But Dingodial, you weren't kidding. Putting on a show for us.
Yeah. Pomme is, since it's such a rare character, you don't often get sort of matchup experience against her as well. But Dingo, even then, pushes the character pretty far. It's just hard to get back when you have the